hurrying.
Let me get you on camera.
All right, so first off, thanks everybody for coming out. Didn't have to do this on a work day, but we're out here.
Yes, we did.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Now, the Tea Party claims that they're a grassroots effort, when we all know that it's a Koch brothers movement. We know that they are AstroTurf. We know that they are funded by Koch Industries. Americans for Prosperity, a giant cover scheme.
Yes.
This budget that we're seeing here now from Governor Rick Scott, this is a budget by a billionaire CEO for billionaire CEOs. He is cutting things across the board. He is cutting Medicaid. They want to privatize it. It's been a disaster in Brevard. So naturally, they want to take it statewide. He is cutting school. He is cutting more than 8,600 teacher jobs in the state. 8,600. Dropping the spending per pupil in the state of Florida, which, by the way, 47th or 48th, depending upon what the census has to say.
Re-elect them.
47th per pupil spending.
Re-elect them.
In the entire country. He wants to cut per pupil spending by $712 per student. He wants to do all of this instead of closing out-of-state corporate tax loopholes. Okay? Not only closing out-of-state corporate tax loopholes would help us make up a budget shortfall, but removing some of the sales tax exemptions that currently exist that are in place for the rich. Let me tell you, if you buy a yacht in the state of Florida, your sales tax is capped at $14,000. It's true. They capped sales tax on ostrich feed, racehorse feed, race dogs themselves, wine for wine taste testing. I'm not kidding you guys. I can't make this up. High-end legal fees, you name it. They have capped the sales tax. Why? Because billionaires like that stuff. Billionaires, you know, all of us. I mean, raise your hand if you've been to a wine taste testing. Seriously. Maybe once in a blue moon. Those guys, every single day. You know, wine taste testing with their petting their little racehorse, race dog, whatever. And to that end, they're trying to make vast cuts. They want to privatize every single state hospital they get their hands on. You know, this is not surprising that we get this from Rick Scott, who's had billions in fraud, Medicare fraud. I mean, we elected a fraudster in chief of the state of Florida.
Dictator.
Yeah. The simple fact of the matter is, all of these cuts, destruction of the Department of the Homeless, which sets up shelters and feeds homeless people. Bills mentioned Medicaid, the privatization of an item, privatization of any program means we're transferring it to profit. Well, we don't run the military that way. We don't say, well, gosh, the military better make a profit or it isn't working, yet we're secure. So the reason behind his push to privatize is so he can pay back his buddies. He's looking to pay back those billionaires who put him in office. And we have to stand up against this budget, this irresponsible, destructive budget. It is shameful. Rick Scott he's perpetrating a shame on the state of Florida, and it makes our state less attractive to workers, to people who might want to come here to go to university. It's like cutting your advertising budget if you're a business. I thought this guy was supposed to be big on business, but apparently he's not. He's running us into the ground here. So the thing to remember, when your friends ask you about what Rick Scott is doing, you tell them plainly, Rick Scott destroys jobs.
Yes,
Rick Scott destroys jobs. Rick Scott destroys jobs. Rick Scott destroys jobs. Rick Scott destroys friends that. You tell them that, and you tell them come November 20.